Chapter 1 of It's Like This, Cat. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Recording by Chance Irvin. It's Like This, Cat by Emily Cheney Neville. Chapter 1 Cat and Kate. My father is always talking about how a dog can be very educational for a boy. This is one reason I got a cat. My father talks a lot anyway. Maybe being a lawyer he gets in the habit. Also, he's a small guy with very little gray curly hair. So maybe he thinks he's got to roar a lot to make up for not being a big, hairy, tough guy. Mom is thin and quiet, and when anything upsets her, she gets asthma. In the apartment, we live right in the middle of New York City. We don't have any heavy drapes or rugs, and Mom never fries any food because the doctors figure dust and smoke make her asthma worse. I don't think it's dust. I think it's Pop's roaring. The big hassle that led me to getting Cat came when I earned some extra money babysitting for a little boy around the corner on Gramercy Park. I spent the money on a Belafonte record. This record has one piece about a father telling his son about the birds and the bees. I think it's funny. Pop blows his stack. "You're not going to play that stuff in this house," he roars. "Why aren't you outdoors anyway? Babysitting? Baby talk records? When I was your age, I made money on a newspaper delivery route, and my dog Jeff and I used to go 10 miles chasing rabbits on a good Saturday." "Pop," I say patiently, "there are no rabbits out on 3rd Avenue. Honest, there aren't." "Don't get fresh." Pop jerks the plug out of the record player so hard the needle skips, which probably wrecks my record. So I get mad and start yelling too. Between rounds we both hear Mom in the kitchen starting to wheeze. Pop hisses, "Now see, you've gone and upset your mother." I slam the record player shut, grab a stick and ball, and run down the 3 flights of stairs to the street. This isn't the first time Pop and I have played this scene, and there gets to be a pattern. When I slam out of our house mad, I go along over to my Aunt Kate's. She's not really my aunt. The kids around here call her Crazy Kate the Cat Woman because she walks along the street in funny old clothes and sneakers talking to herself, and sometimes she has half a dozen or more stray cats living with her. I guess she does sound a little loony, but it's just because she does things her own way, and she doesn't give a hoot what people think. She's sane all right. In fact, she makes a lot better sense than my Pop. It was 3 or 4 years ago when I was a little kid, and I came tearing down our stairs crying mad after some fight with Pop, that I first met Kate. I plunged out of her door and into the street without looking. At the same moment I heard Brake scream and felt someone yank me back by the scruff of my neck. I got dropped in a heap on the sidewalk. I looked up, and there was a shiny black car with MD plates, and Kate waving her umbrella at the driver and shouting, "Listen, Dr. Big Shot, whose life are you saving? Can't you even watch out for a sniveling little kid crossing the street?" The doctor looked pretty sheepish, and so did I. A few people on the sidewalk stopped to watch and snicker at us. Our janitor Butch was there, shaking his finger at me. Kate nodded to him and told him she was taking me home to mop me up. "Yes'm," said Butch. He says yes'm to all the ladies. Kate dragged me along by the hand to her apartment. She didn't say anything when we got there, just dumped me in a chair with a couple of kittens. Then she got me a cup of tea and a bowl of cottage cheese. That stopped me snuffling to ask, "What do I put the cottage cheese on?" "Don't put it on anything. Just eat it. Eat a bowl of it every day. Here, have an orange too. But no cookies or candy. None of that sweet starchy stuff. And no string beans. They're not good for you." My eyes must have popped, but I guess I knew right that first day that you don't argue with Kate. I ate the cottage cheese. It doesn't really have any taste anyway, and I sure have always agreed with her about the string beans. Off and on since then, I've seen quite a lot of Kate. I'd pass her on the street, chirruping to some mangy old stray cat hiding under a car, and he'd always come out to be stroked. Sometimes there'd be a bunch of little kids dancing around, jeering at her and calling her a witch. It made me feel real good and important to run them off. Quite often I went with her to the A&P and helped her carry home the cat.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?